is we are going to kick off the crochet along for the bunny. This is going to be part one of a series of videos that will take you through exactly how to make the bunny. So firstly, let me tell you what you'll need. You're going to need some burlap blanket yarn and taupe, or in any colorway you would like, but you'll need burlap blanket yarn. You're going to need a size N 15mm hook with a 8-inch cord, 8 to 12-inch cord, with a stopper. And I'm using my Denise interchangeables today. You'll also need some faux fur yarn. Today I'm using Lion Brand Yarns Go for Faux, and I'm using the cream color. So yeah, I need some fur yarn for the cottontail, a yarn needle, some scissors, and this is Lily Sugar and Cream, or any cotton or any size 4 worsted weight yarn that you can use for embroidering. So this is for embroidering the eyes, the nose, on the bunny, and the mouth. And then you'll need either, this is optional, this is a it's some ribbon, it's some wired ribbon for a sash. You can also opt to crochet a bow tie or something to add around the neck as an accessory. So this I got from Joann's. It's Celebrated 360 degrees. Sorry, not Joann's, from Michael's. Got this ribbon from Michael's called Celebrated 360, and it's some wired ribbon. You can get any ribbon usually, basically. And you need some pipe cleaners. I have 3 here, and I'm hoping to add it around the ears and around the neck to make things a little bit more stable, to make the ears mobile, like so that you can move them around, and so that they can stand up. And you'll also need a medium-sized pom-pom maker to complete the pom-pom legs and the cottontail. And you'll also need some polyfill stuffing. I'm using the original Polyfill brand. So that's all you'll need. So let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. So first what you're going to do is make a slip knot. Leaving a long tail. And then chain 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then just work a normal foundation row how you normally would. Going into the back bumps. Alright, so you should have 9 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, and then just do a normal return pass. Okay. There we go. And now you're going to start increasing. So the way I increase is I'm going to go in and do a knit stitch in the first stitch that I'm going to work into, and then in that same stitch I'm going to do a simple stitch. So I have tutorials for each of the stitches, the simple stitch and the knit stitch. If you click the eye above, you'll see you can get to those tutorials if you want to brush up on that. So then just continue doing simple stitches across until you get to the last 2 stitches. So we have the last 2 stitches here, the last stitch and the second last stitch. So what we're going to do is do a simple stitch, and then we're going to do a knit stitch in that same stitch, and then just work the last stitch as normal, and then just work a normal return pass. So we're going to do an increase in the same way until we have 14 stitches in total. So we just run from 9 to 11, so we're going to do it 2 more times. So go in, knit stitch, simple stitch, then a simple stitch, simple stitch, simple stitch, all the way across till you get to the last 2 stitches. So again, what we're going to do is on this side we're going to do simple stitch first, and then a knit stitch, and then just work into the last stitch like you normally would. Do a normal return pass, okay, so now we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So now we have 13 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're just going to increase on one side for this last round. So just do knit stitch, simple stitch, and then just do normal simple stitches across. Okay. Alright, and then work into the last stitch as normal. So just work a normal return pass. Now that we have 14 stitches, we're just gonna do a normal 2 normal rows, just going across and doing the simple stitch. So this is our first row. Okay, so it's one row, and then we're gonna do a second row here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 13 plus the first stitch counts as the first loop on the hook always counts as the first stitch. So now we have a total of 14. And we did 2 rows. We're going to decrease to 6 stitches. So first let me just do the return pass here for this row. So here we're working the face. The way it's worked is you work the face, then we're going to decrease for the neck, then we're going to work the body by doing some decreases and increases, and then that's where we'll end off with the body. Then we're going to attach some pom-poms for the feet and make some hands in regular crochet, and then that's pretty much how the body is worked. So we did 2 rows of the simple stitch with the 14. Now we're going to decrease. So the way I decrease is when I go through the first 2 stitches and pull up a loop through those. So that's a Tunisian simple stitch 2 together. I have another tutorial for that as well if you want to brush up on this technique. You can find it on the eye in the corner over there. So, and then I'm just gonna go to the last 3 stitches until I have 3 stitches remaining, and do the same thing, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, and then go into the last stitch, and then I'm going to work back, do a regular return pass, we're going to keep decreasing until we have 6 stitches. So again, do the same thing, go through these 2, okay. Oops. So now we have 3 stitches remaining. Again, we're gonna Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, and then into the last stitch, and work normal return pass. Excuse me. So you can start to see the face is forming. So again, we're going to do Tunisian simple stitch 2 together and work till you get to the last 3 stitches. Then again, Tunisian simple stitch 2 together, and then work into the last stitch. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 stitches, so we're gonna go and do the regular return pass. Alright, then we're gonna do again, decrease. Alright, then we have this. So this is the last round of decreases because now we have 6 stitches. So we're gonna just go to a regular return pass. So we're at the neck now. Now we're just gonna do a regular row, just doing a simple stitch across for this row. Then just do a return pass. That's pretty much it for the face. That's how you get the face. Alright, so I'm going to embroider some eyes and a mouth and a nose on here. So first, for the eyes, I'm gonna grab a 12-inch piece of the Lily Sugar and Cream or some worsted weight yarn in a contrasting color so it'll show up on the face. So basically what I'm gonna do is get to the center point in the first row. So we had a total of 9 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the center, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches on the other side. So then count down to the 3rd row, and then I'm gonna go through this chain space from the return pass 3 stitches over, and then into this little space and pull up the yarn from behind. I'm gonna leave a bit of a tail there, so be leaving about this much. Then what you're gonna do is work into this point here. So you're gonna do a little cross. So you're gonna go in, and I can go into the spot. So, and that is in the 2nd row, 2 stitches, the 2nd stitch from the center. Now you're gonna go in and just pull the yarn like that. So we got a bit of a little thing here, and then again find the so yeah, the center is here. So again, we're gonna go into the stitch over from the center, the return pass space, and then just pull the yarn through from the back to the front, and then go in again to this space here. And you have one eye done. You're going to do the same on the other side. So again, find the mirroring stitch here because this is the center like we established. So again, pull the yarn up from the back. Sorry. So pull the yarn up from the back to the front, and then find the same stitch over in the center here. So so this is the center here. So again, 2 stitches over, and it'll be up here in this 2nd row. So not here, I think right here. You have to kind of eyeball it because this yarn is a little bit fuzzy and chunky, so it might be kind of hard to see. So there, that's the place where you want to go, and then again match up to that chain space. So basically we're going through those return pass spaces to embroider these eyes on. So then just do that again, and there you have it. You got the 2 eyes going, and then Now we want to do the nose. We want to make a little triangle. So I'm going down the center again, right here. So again, we're going to go through. So I'm counting down from the eyes, counting down 2 rows. So 1, 2, and then go into this 3rd row here, center space. We'll work the nose into the return pass space here, and then make a little bit of a triangle here. So go in to the top, and then again return pass space from behind, pull it up here. Okay, this tail is getting caught in the back. So now we have a bit of a triangle shape here, and then we want to go through. Oops. So just going in, and we're gonna fill it in with the remaining yarn. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going and sort of fill that space up, and going. Okay, this tail is really, I think I need to hold it on the front because it keeps getting caught in the back. So I think this is good. We got the nose going. Oops. Oh, what happened there? We got tail going in. Alright. So one last, I think. Go this way. You just want to fill it up. There's no exact science to this. Just make sure the yarn is covered. Pull this a little bit in the back. So there's my little nose. Now we gotta do the mouth. I don't think I have enough yarn, so I'm gonna grab another piece of yarn for the smile or mouth. So I'm gonna grab another probably 12-inch piece, roughly 12 to 18-inch piece, and then going to embroider the smile on. So again, count to the center. This is the center we established here. This is where the neck starts, so you want to be a little bit above. So I'm going to count down 2 rows from the third row from the nose. So that's the center point. So I'm going to count over. I'm going to count over two stitches and up. Again, I'm going to work into that chain space for the return pass that we had, and then I'm going to go into the chain space below it directly. I like to do a little bit of like a dimple every time, so again, and go through. I'm coming in from the middle there, and then we want to go through. So I'm going into the chain space, the return pass space, in the center. Go down the center to the left of the center, and just doing that. And then I'm gonna just go into go above to this row and then go to the return pass space there, and then just go in like that. There we have a little bit of a smile here, and he has a little dimple, so I think the embroidery part is done. There's your face. And now for the next part, we'll continue with the body, the rest of the body, and filling him up and doing all the finishing touches. So I'll meet you back in the second part. Finish this up, share it with me, and use the hashtag that's in the description, and I would love to see your versions. I'll see you in the next part of the cowl.